What's up, Corbin? This is your weekly practice guide video. And this week, everything you need to do, we already started to do in your lesson. So there are 3 objectives, per usual. The first objective is to solidify your alternate picking on the A minor pentatonic scale. You were able to do this, but this is just getting more comfortable with it. Going down, up, 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 down, up. So just practicing cleanly, going down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Just keep running that. That'll get easier and easier every time. So that's objective 1. Easy enough. Objective number 2 is mastering, or getting close to mastering, the hammer-on technique. And hammer-on is where you pluck once with your right hand, and then another tone happens when you put down your left hand. So instead of going strum, 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 you go strum, hit. So it hammers on, literally, with your left hand. So, in order to master this objective, first I want you to do that exercise on the 6th string, where you practice plucking open and then hammering down on the 1st fret with your index finger. So, sounds almost like the Jaws theme. And then, once you do that, with all 4 of your fingers. So you can go index, middle, ring, pinky. So that'll get kind of the feeling down. And then, still on objective number 2, try going up the A minor pentatonic scale with hammer-ons. So I'm only plucking on the 5th fret all the way across, and then I'm just hammering on the other one. And the key to hammering on is that usually when you play the A minor pentatonic scale, you are free to move each finger each time. But when you're hammering on, your index finger has to stay still while you hit with the other finger. And the reason we're doing that is because then it'll be a lot easier to do pull-offs later. So, don't worry about it. But that's the idea of hammer-ons, all the way up the neck. So, that's objective number 2. The exercise down here, and the hammer-ons up there. So there you go. Now, objective number 3 is going to be painful, but rewarding. And that is the chord shapes you've learned, the full chord shapes, your G, C, and E minor, just be the ones that you know as arpeggios, like the back of your hand. The idea is to be able to play them all the notes at once. So, G should sound like this. Shouldn't sound like this. And the whole idea is being able to arch your fingers enough so that every single note sounds, and being strong enough so that each note sounds, and making sure that little bits of your finger aren't secretly muting other strings. So if you can play next week G, C, and E minor cleanly, that'll be great. And a little thing about C. C right now, when we're playing the full chord, only pluck the first 5 strings. Don't hit the low E. So, those 3 objectives should keep you busy. Quality over quantity as always, and I look forward to seeing you next week.